Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Sheshaya Shunyavadi Parshad Deshatharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Nārada Muni is here telling King Prācīnabarhis a story of a personality called Puranjana. Correct? Nārada Muni instructed him, do you think this is the way you are trying to become happy by fruitive activities, as in this world we see? People are all thinking, the Prahlad Maharaj says, Durasha, proper translated as hope against hope. People are hoping against hope to become happy by sense gratification. This is their intelligence. So Nārada Muni instructed him, immediately came to him, just said one line, do you think you will become happy by this? This is the aim of life, is to become free from all difficulties and become happy. But the path of fruitive activity will not do that. Why don't you think about it? Immediately he was very submissive. He said, yes, actually, I am hopelessly entangled in this. So therefore, for whom Krishna conscious instruction is meant, all of us are entangled, hopelessly entangled, but he won't come out. He wanted to come out. And then Narada, because audience is submissive, opens his heart. And now he is going to tell him a story of Puranjana king. Now this story is an allegorical story. Allegorical means actually there was no instance like this. But later, after completing the story and through the example giving him, actually he was giving him example of his own life. But he may not, people feel hurt when he say directly, what are you doing, this is not correct, this is not correct. So there was a person, and he did it like that. So directly he has not hit, very clever. And that is the purpose, he gave the allegorical story. It is quite similar to his own life. And he went on proceeding what was the result of such a life that he was leading. And at the end, Narada explains the whole allegory. It's a huge allegory created Nārada Muni. It requires a genius to create this allegory. Everything has a meaning in the story he will create. But allegory is explained at the end. Many people, they say Bhagavad Gita is also an allegory. Actually, there is no Kurukshetra, there is no Arjuna, there is no Krishna, it's an allegory. No, sir. If it is an allegory, Vedavyasa will explain it. Okay, here Krishna meant this doctor, Arjuna meant patient, one person has written, doctor written a book. That actually, Bhagavad Gita, nothing happened. It's a discussion between doctor and a patient. And he has written his commentary on Bhagavad Gita. No, you cannot do that. In fact, this kind of lunacy and madness is very prominent in India. There are thousands of editions of Gita and everybody is writing his own opinion. I think it is. What authority you have to comment like that? Are you an authority greater than Krishna or Vedavyasa? If authority of Vedavyasa says this is an allegory, he will explain the allegory also. You cannot take message in your own way. And this is not good. So this is the point to be made. And the second point is that he is trying to instruct him. Again, the path, what is wrong with this king? The king is trapped by the path which is known as karma kanda. He was not a sinful man. He was a regulated, pious person. But he was not following what is the highest dharma which is propounded in Bhagavatam, which is called Nivritti Marga. Generally people go for Pravritti Marga. Pravritti Marga means regulated enjoyment. I want to enjoy this world. How do I do it in such a way that I can gradually evolve in consciousness? This is the point. This world is created by the Lord. For whom? Not for pure devotees. Pure devotees, they enjoy with the Lord in Vaikuntha. This world is created for people who do not want to be with Krishna. And they want to enjoy independence. So opportunity is given for enjoyment, but with rules and regulation. That is the material world. That is called pravritti marga. But some people are there. They understand the very purpose of creation. So why I should enjoy? Why not I become a pure devotee of Krishna and go back? This is called nivritti marga. Now this king called Prācīna, many ways pravritti nivritti has been used in many ways. This is the way meaning sometimes Prabhupada uses. Now what happens in here, this king is a pious king. He sent his sons also for tapasya to the forest. But for what? Come back, practice and rule the world nicely and enjoy. Have good children, have beautiful wife, have lot of opulence. Most of the people also in India, if they are not sinful, some are absolute sinful, they are animals. They are regulated. Many times we see people very pious, regulated. They want to in regulated way enjoy. And the word, they use the word from the Shastra. And even their so-called swamis have no power to take them to nivritti patha. They talk about pravritti only. Because then they lose the audience. Just like I was telling you, as psychologist, I asked him, do you tell your audience not to be addicted to anything? Because whoever comes to you, they are depressed trouble. So first thing we should ask him to stop all this thing. He said, no. If I tell, let them know patience only. Because everybody is addicted nowadays. Particularly the disturbed people, they go to addictions more because they have some kind of a support for it. What is the use? A person is smoking and drinking and you don't tell him to stop that, what your counseling will help him? Only you will create somebody dependent on you, that's all. If you are an intelligent person, he will become dependent on you and you can have some salary and nicely enjoy, but your whole work is useless. Therefore, Prabhupada says, in this world, if you see, people are getting money for nothing. One thing, this is Krishna's kingdom. Salary should only be for those people who work for Krishna. Because this material world is also Krishna's kingdom only. It is not anybody else's kingdom. So if somebody's company you are working for, those who are working for the company, they will get salary, no? Agree? Prabhupada says Krishna's munificence, just like food Krishna gives. So that way everybody is maintained in the material world, but they have to work for it. That is punya. If you want to enjoy independent of service to Krishna, you have to work hard for punya. Create punya. You want to become president of America? Yes, you can become. Not like just by desiring. Krishna will make you create punya and then you enjoy. Not directly, no. Prabhupada is giving an example because Krishna doesn't want to encourage this. He is giving a very nice example. He said, you want to nice wear earring on the ear. And generally, girls want to wear nice earring. But you have to make a hole and it is very painful. Similarly, you want to put a nice diamond ring here. You put foot, but first you have to cut it. It is painful. That is the allegory. You want to enjoy, it will not come free. It will come with pain. Why did Krishna do that? Yes. He does not want you to settle down here. Therefore, he has done that. Why has Krishna created death? He could have given permanent life. No, he has also created. He can do anything he wants. No. Because he knows this is not the way to become happy. If you want to be happy, come back to the spiritual world. Here, what you get is, mixed happiness. You don't get real happiness. So, anyway, you want to be independent of Krishna. If you go to pravritti marga, gradually, it's a very slow process. You will purify. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. These are the Purusharthas for pravritti marga people. Follow so-called religious principles, be rules and regulations, dharmic, once in a while go to temple. Just like most of the people do, festival time they go, there is no issue, go take darshan of the Lord. Dharma, Artha, then after that money will come. Then Kama, or then with money I can enjoy myself nicely. But again under rules and regulations. Don't cross rules and regulations. Don't become mad. Some rules and regulations. And then moksha. And after all this, one day I will be frustrated, I will think about moksha. General mass of us, public, always follows pravritti marga. But there is, if you by good fortune meet a pure devotee, you can come to nivritti marga. Nivritti marga means, why enjoy? Give it up. Forget it, just like brahmacharya. Now, pravritti marga means you want to enjoy, get married, have a wife, go. Slowly you will get purified from the desire for sex life and then you can come to take shelter of Krishna fully. Anyway you can take, but you can get rid of it. Gradually you can. Nivritti marga, why get into it? Forget it. So there are two paths, always parallel learning, pravritti, nivritti. Both are sanctioned by the Lord, but sinful activities are not sanctioned by the Lord. You will punish it. And in pravritti marga also, like he was doing, it is very risky. Because as much person likes to, there is another example. This first example is take of Prācīnabarhis. He was doing a lot of bali. And that is there in the lower forms of the Shastra, some kind of bali, that is sometimes sanctioned. But it is so dangerous. If the animal does not get human form, if your bali, any single mistake is there, you have to take punishment for it. That becomes bhatya of the animal. People misunderstand bali. Bali, if it is properly done, the animal gets a human form. And you also advance. But in case the animal does not get a human form, next slide, some mistake in offering bali, done, be ready now for punishment. Therefore, those who are following the higher mode of worship do not take this risky process. That is one part. So he instructed him, why you are doing this? Are you not waiting? All the animals are waiting for you after your death too. With the iron kind of horns they have, they will tear your stomach. They have to take action as the equal and opposite. Every action is a reaction. So are you ready for it? There is another example given in Krishna book, in Bhagavatam Dasham Skanda. That is the example of one king called, who became a lizard. Nrunga. He also was doing very nicely pious activities. But what happened? Little mistake. He gave cow to one Brahmana and he gave 1,000 cow to a Brahmana. Among that one cow, somehow came running back. And he could not notice. And then another Brahmana came, gave me some charity, gave him some more cows. And that cow went. So both the Brahmanas started fighting and cursed him. And he became a lizard because of that curse. The joke is this. So just a path of pravritti marga, where doing punya and nicely enjoying this world, is very dangerous. Why? Even when you walk, you will stand on an ant, it will die. And to be ready for the reaction. Therefore, only Krishna consciousness is a safe path of living. You just say, yes, I am not saying I am a great devotee on that platform, but let us understand this point. Yes, Krishna, I just want to serve you. If you are engaged in Krishna consciousness, every moment trying to serve Krishna, no reaction will come to you. That's like Arjuna. Krishna said, no, Yudhishthira has to rule the world, proceed to the war. On the way, Dhritarashtra died, Drona died, so many great people died. No reaction to Arjuna. Why? He followed Krishna's order. So, when you are following Krishna's order, we try as far as possible as a gentleman. We don't want to give any inconvenience to anybody, including an ant. But in case it happens that we cause some inconvenience to anybody, some papa karma will come. Krishna will protect us from that. So this should be very clear. So now he is on pravritti marga and he is trying to lift it to the path of renunciation, which is the Bhagavata marga. Bhagavatam doesn't dharma kaitava. What is the shloka? Second shloka? Dharma projita kaitava tara paramo nirma samanam sam vede masamatara shivadam tapatrayo unumudam. Bhagavatam is removing all misery from the root. Therefore, it does not encourage cheating religion. This all comes under varieties of cheating religion. Kaitava dharma. This is not Bhagavad dharma. Bhagavad dharma is very advanced. Bhagavad dharma is just for the pleasure of the Lord in pure devotion service, and person abandons his personal selfish desires. This is the Bhagavad dharma. Now Nārada Muni is elevating him from lower level of dharma to the highest level of dharma. That is what it is. He is not talking to a sinful man at this instant. He is powerful enough. He can do that also. Merigari was such a sinful person. He turned him also around. Nārada Muni can turn anybody around. So our also goal should be actually that not to come, just come encourage somebody is very pious and once in a while go to temple. That's okay, that's okay. You should come to a high platform. Come to the path of pure devotion service. These people don't have any desire to go back to Godhead actually. You look at their personal life. They are very happy and satisfied in enjoying opulence in this world and be comfortable and rich. So foolish they are. One mistake you will be wrapped in the next life. One mistake. So dangerous this plan. But most of the people, even though they are pious, are playing a very great risk. Okay? Everybody should therefore come to nivritti marga path of renunciation, and completely take shelter of the Lord. Therefore, there is another shloka as in Bhagavatam, first canto only. Kamasya nindriya priti lava jiveta yavata jivasya tattva jigyasa. They say, even if you get money by regulated formation of dharma, don't use money for sense gratification. Jivasya tattva jigyasa. Try to understand the real subject matter of the absolute truth. What is that subject matter of the absolute truth? Bhagavatam. Come to Bhagavatam. Don't be just satisfied by regulated some kind of rules and regulations and be peaceful. Most of the people, their idea of dharma is nothing more than that. Srila Prabhupada ki Srimad Bhagavatam.